guys, make the tastiest native Uziza soup with me in just 13 minutes. Grab your ingredients and let's get cooking. Guys, I know you can see the excitement right now. And at this point, I don't know, maybe native soups are my fave because I notice whenever I'm having native soups, I'm always having this excitement and all of that going on. Well, with that in mind, let me specially welcome you to another flavorful episode of Aroma on Atlantic TV. I am Chef Mercy. So now we have all of this, guys. Tell me, what would you be making? I hope you got that right. For today, we are making the native Uziza soup. And here are the main ingredients needed for this recipe. We have the protein, and of course, you know, when it comes to native soups, you know how I love the goat's meat, and this is a mixture of goat's meat and some cow skin. And over here, we have the star ingredient, which is the Uziza leaf, and we have crayfish and dried shrimps. But guys, for this recipe, trust me, fresh shrimps are the best. Just that these are what I could lay my hands on right now. We have snails, we have achi, this acts as a thickener. We have dried fish, we have stockfish, we have some periwinkle, which some people call isam. What is native soup without this? We have palm oil, we have scotch bonnet, and this is scotch bonnet. You need the heat for it. And trust me, you see this combo, don't worry, I'll tell you about it, but not today. We have Uziza seed, and then we have this dawa dawa. So you see this three combo. If you use it for your soups, trust me, it will come out being a banger. Well, you know we are open to sponsorship and adverts, so reach us with the numbers displaying on your screen right now. Without wasting time, guys, let's get cooking. Okay, first and foremost, guys, we have to start by cooking our protein. And in here we have the goat's meat and the cow skin. Like I said, feel free to use any protein of your choice. But you know me, when it comes to native soup, I prefer the goat's meat and cow skin. Go with the stockfish at this point. And then my dried fish is also very tough, so I have to go with it. So next, I'll go in with seasoning cube, fish seasoning, and some salt. So at this point, you have to just stir and allow everything to combine. Stir. At this point, I've not added water to this because I want the protein to sweat out its own juice. So this will help the seasoning and everything I added to marinate into the protein properly. So you cover and do this on medium-low heat. So we'll come back to check on this in about 15 minutes time to add water to cook the soup. So it's exactly 15 minutes. We're coming to see how the protein looks like. Yes, you can see it has sweat out its own juice. So at this point, you have to add water in order to cook your protein. Enough to cook your protein. So now we have to allow it to cook, and we'll be back to check on it when it is 60% cooked. We'll be back. So guys, let's see. At this point, our protein is 60% cooked. So now I have to go in with the snail. Yeah, you know snails, you don't stay long like that. The goal is not really to make the protein 100% cooked because we'll still continue cooking this while cooking the soup. So we have to come back when it is 80% cooked, then we'll start cooking the soup proper. Okay, so at this point our protein is 80% cooked. Let's see how it's doing. Guys, at this point, the aroma in my kitchen is heavenly. I know a whole lot of persons have been waiting to hear that. Yes. And I will surely say it. Okay, so at this point, we have to go in with the rest of the ingredients for the soup. So this combo, I blended the scotch bonnet, the dawa dawa. I blended crayfish with this, onions, yeah, with the Uziza seeds. So these are combination of most of the ingredients for this soup. So we'll go in with all of this. Next, I want to go in with the periwinkle, which people call the isam, and then the shrimps. So go in with water enough to cook your soup. Remember, we're going to add thickener to this soup, and then you need your soup to have enough water. So stir in properly, stir in to combine. So at this point, you have to taste and adjust with any ingredients of your choice. So for me, I would adjust with seasoning cubes. Stir in properly to combine. Cover and allow to cook. We'll be back with the rest of the ingredients. So for the thickener, which is the achi, I have to mix this with the red oil. I know if you put it directly inside your soup could turn out to be lumpy. And trust me, you don't need too much of this thickener because it thickens very fast. And you don't want your soup to be very thick. And trust me, when it's cold, it even goes very, very thick. And you don't want that. So you have to mix this properly. So for me, this works for me. This is the best way to mix your achi so you don't have lumps. Just mix it. Allow it to dissolve into the palm oil, and then you're good to go. Okay, at this point, we'll have to go in with the thickener. So remember, we dissolved the thickener, which is the achi, into the palm oil. So now we have to go in with this. You can see our thickener has no lumps. That's because we dissolved it into the palm oil. So stir and allow to combine. Trust me, this achi thickens very fast. When we come back to look at this, you'll see how thick this would look like. So let's bring it to a boil, cover and allow to cook. We'll be back to check on this. Okay, now guys, let's see the soup. Trust me, my neighbors are already coming. They are already knocking. Hope you know we are open to adverts and sponsorship. And of course, you can reach us with the numbers displaying on your screen right now. Guys, I'm so excited. You know how excited I am when I am cooking native soups. So at this point, we want to go in with the rest of the ingredients. Guys, look at that. Look at that. You need a very good palm oil for this because you might use some bad palm oil and then your palm oil will be separated from the water. So you need a very, very good palm oil for this. So you know how much I love to stir. Let's stir. You can see it's getting thick. And trust me, when this gets cold, it would end up being very, very thick. So now I want to go in with the Uziza leaf. Uziza leaf. Trust me, you don't need too much of this. Stir. So unlike other vegetables that you need to just add the vegetable and take off the heat, this one we have to leave it because Uziza leaf is quite tough. So we have to leave it and allow it to cook for some minutes. And you know how I love doing the extras, so I would love to layer this again with some blended crayfish. Guys, this soup, you need lots of crayfish, trust me. You need to be generous with it. I feel like when you add crayfish at the end, it kind of brings the flavor. Unlike when you put it at the beginning, I feel like at the end of the day, you might not really feel that crayfish flavor going on in there, you know. But I added crayfish, remember? But I just love to layer it. I need that finished touch of crayfish, you know. You know, back in the days, our mothers used to cook without seasoning. What they use is crayfish. Just put enough crayfish and then you're good to go. So guys, we'll be back to check on this in 10 minutes. We need the Uziza leaf to cook. We'll be back. Okay guys, so it's 10 minutes now. And guys, look at that. that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm staring, but hey, this thing is tempting. It's tempting. Okay. So at this point, our soup is ready, and we are pairing this today with fufu. You can pair this with anything. Some persons even like to pair it with gari, which is eba and pounded yam and all of that. But today I just feel like I really need to pair this with fufu. So we need to take this off the heat now and then set the table. Guess what? We're having a guest. I'm not eating it enough, definitely. So we're having a guest, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. So as you can see, our deliciousness is ready, and like you know, we're having the Uziza soup, native Uziza soup. Don't forget to add that. And we're pairing this with fufu, like I said. But you can see all of this. I won't be eating it alone. Who is joining us today? We have a wonderful guest, a food lover. Join me to welcome to Aroma, Mrs. Diamond. Welcome in.
Thank you for inviting me.
How was your journey down here?
It was fine.
Oh, hope it wasn't stressful.
No, not
Tell me you're thinking about the food.
A lot.
Okay, so for today we are having the Uziza soup. Have you had this before?
Yeah, I think once.
Oh, you've had it once. Okay, yes. I think we're going to get the best review ever. Without wasting time, let's dive straight into it. Okay, that's the water to wash your hands.
Wow. Looking at this food.
I know what you feel like at this point.
I'm telling you.
Okay. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay.
This food is so sweet.
Okay.
It's even sweeter than what I had before.
Wow.
I can see more and crayfish. But I don't know they use snail in the
Yes, they use snail. They use snail. Though it's optional. You know, some persons don't like snail.
That's true.
So it's quite
true.
optional. But I feel like snail is supposed to be made compulsory for this soup. Because there's this flavor that it kind of adds to the food.
I can feel it already. Wow. I don't think this food I can finish it here. It has to be off camera.
Okay, another food lover in the show. Another food lover, guys.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome, you're welcome. You can go. Thank you for coming. Guys, you heard it from our guest. This deliciousness is yet another banger in the kitchen. So like I said, if you follow the step-by-step of this recipe, you have this native Uziza soup sitting right in front of you. And hope you remember that we are open for adverts and sponsorship. Reach us with the numbers displaying on your screen right now. I remain Chef Mercy. See you next week. Bye.